been theorizing, writing, talking about. It's here. It's very, very close. And what the book was trying to do is to get people to think very practically, what are you going to do? Don't think abstractly about this, but when you are told in your community, in order to travel, you need this piece of paper. In order for your family to get this loan or get this house, or for you to apply for this new job, or for your kids to go to school, or for you to use public transportation, we need you to submit to biometrics or to this passport or this wristband or this QR code or whatever it's going to be. It might be different places till it becomes unified. You're going to have a decision. You either comply, go along with it because you're afraid or because that's just the best you can think of, or you're going to have to break the law. And that's the easiest way that we're coming to a place where that's going to be more clear than ever. There's also people who are very concerned about mandatory vaccinations and things of that sort becoming more normalized. You know, think about this in practical terms. Other than just complying, I'm not invoking violence and that's what I'm saying. And think about how to opt out these systems and how to make that work. Well, then we're going to end up in a very difficult situation, and we probably won't have any recourse other than to have to start decentralized understandings of individuals, fairs, and communities having this conversation. So, you know, family, how would we handle this situation? Whether it's spouse or family all together, like, what are we going to do if they tell us that our kids have to be vaccinated in order for them to renew, or in order, you know, in China, they said their social credit system is designed to make it where antisocial people can't even leave the house eventually. You know, they want to completely stop people's ability to survive. So the only way forward through that is to take those who are choosing to opt out and to come together. And what I envisioned, and unfortunately I think it's already happening, is much like during the Civil War in the U.S., where people escaped to Canada, and some people did indeed escape to Mexico using this decentralized network of safe houses and safe spaces that has become known as the Underground Railroad. Obviously, Harriet Tubman and others played a big role in that. That idea is going to be necessary, and it indeed has been necessary throughout history as people have tried to escape tyranny. You can look to China, you can look to North Korea, you can look to any time the governments try to become tyrannical, people will find a way out. They'll look for funneling supplies and goods in as well as people out. And so I tried to think about that in really practical terms. And in the book, I say as much as, like, I have no idea how this is going to form necessarily, but this is the role that I want to be involved in. I want to help make sure that the people who are trying to opt out of this system that's coming into view now, and maybe those who haven't made preparations, can have some form of support. So in a large way, that's why I came to Mexico. And I mean, I was saying to you, James, I've got hundreds of emails in my inbox that I just haven't been able to catch up with, specifically related to this. People who not only asking questions about everything going on, but like, how do I help my family? Hey, we got 2 kids, and what are the rules to get over there? Just people starting to rethink their entire lives, everywhere from Romania to Germany. And anybody, if you're hearing this, I'm trying to get back to all the emails. I want to help everybody as much as I can. I'll also admit it's a bit overwhelming to know that I can't help everybody, and I'm just not in a position to. But the whole goal is to, whether that means from the U.S. to Mexico, or if you're in the U.K. listening and somewhere near you is a little safer than being in London, you know, establishing these safe spaces for people who are trying to get out and get away to places that might be less restricted, might be more free, and coming together as free people. Because I mean, if we stayed separated and spread throughout the world and taking on this tyranny and sit alone, I didn't see very much coming out of that. There's only so much we can do. And James, as you know, I mean, people in our circles are being demonetized every day, being taken down from platforms. And the masses don't apparently want to go to BitChute and go to the other places or visit our website. So sooner or later, as far as they're concerned, we're going to disappear. And we will not be reaching the hundreds of thousands or millions of people, and it'll be very, very difficult. So, so the Underground Railroad is basically my attempt to the counter-economic Underground Railroad. And that term, counter-economic railroad, if you haven't seen our previous conversations, it essentially just means the economy, the mainstream economy, the status economy is that, taxable, they keep track of your income, all that sort of mainstream, you're paying taxes and all that. The counter-economy is the economy that opposes that, is outside of that, the informal economy, the black market, the gray market. And Samuel Konkin, who put these ideas forward, he was mainly focused on economics, but I also think that we should start thinking in terms of the food production system, the healthcare system, all the systems that have become under control of technocracy, of these corporate and governmental elite. We need to think of how to survive and how those systems
Once again, that is Derek Burrows, Conscious Resistance. The links to his website and his work will be in the show notes. Podcast. And I'm not going to soft zone. We are facing an uphill battle, to say the least. There is absolutely no guarantee that victory will occur in this battle against the forces that are seeking to control every aspect of your life. In fact, it is almost guaranteed that things will get much, much worse before they can ever possibly get better. And that is a frightening prospect, considering how bad things already are, with over half of humanity now on some form of lockdown, curfew, social isolation, self-quarantine, order, or request. Things are getting serious. I don't know if it's honest, but things are getting very, very serious. And contrary to those who are arguing that this is the end of the New World Order, that's over. That'll never happen. No, this is the fulfillment of the globalists' plans for decades or generations, really. So, if you are just finding out about this, if you have in the past dismissed concerns about the growing, encroaching, technocratic, totalitarian surveillance and control over every aspect of your life, and are now realizing how deep we are in this situation, then you find yourself in the position of the grasshopper in the story of the ant and the grasshopper, which is not a good position to be in. You are underprepared for an event that is already starting to take place. So you have a lot of catching up to do. In fact, we all do. We are behind on this game because there are exceptionally not just well-funded interests, but interests that literally create the money, have control of the money supply itself, who have been working for generations, if not centuries, on this plan to ensnare humanity. And the trap has been set. The bait is already trapped. The traffic is already set. It is absolutely true, but I can assure you one thing. If we do not understand what is happening at this point, to realize that this is about authoritarian, totalitarian, collectivist control over all of humanity, understand that the problem is also understand the real solutions. So I will leave a lot out on the table today. Walk through some of the show notes, some of the interesting parts, understand the gravity of the situation that we are facing. This is the game for all players, and it is being played right now. Are you a player, or are you just going to watch from the sidelines? Because if you are definitely not going to win the game. On that note, I'm going to leave things there for today. I am James Corbett of CorbettReport.com. I will be staying at the Corbett Report for consistent.
So anyone think to build on what the mayor just mentioned, I think one of the things that we need to keep in mind is that these data represent a quantitative picture of a snapshot in time. They don't really give us the qualitative texture of the stories behind them. And so I think that with time, we will be able to tease apart the type of question that you're asking. So, right now, all that we can say is that these were individuals who were seen in the hospital for the emergency room and died because of probable COVID-19.
Last call is Anna from the Daily News. Anna?
Hi, Mr. Mayor.
That's a real interesting question, Anna. The one, I would certainly consider it. Now, I don't know enough about how you this atmosphere. But I think it's people do not have oh my God, my son Harry. The whole idea when we did the plan a year and a half ago to guarantee health coverage for New Orleans is anyone who is eligible if they can't find reassurance, and anyone who's not sure, you can call 311. Right now, anyone who's health insurance and is eligible could call 311, and we